Right. Good morning, class. So today we're having mathematics class, post UTME. So in this today's session, we'll be treating number basis. So we started number basis in the last class. In one of our classes, we treated number basis. We did conversion from order basis to base 10, and then from base 10 to order basis. So what we'll be doing today is we'll be treating conversion from a particular base to another base, say from base 8 to base 4 or from base 8 to base 5. So that's what we're doing today. Then we'll move on to using number base in mathematical equations. So firstly, I said all right, so sorry about that. So like I was saying, I said we'll be treating number bases, and then today we'll be working with conversion between bases. So after we're done with conversion between bases, we're going to move ahead to using number bases in mathematical equations. All right, so let's go. I said conversion between bases. So mind you, if you missed the last class, you can just go to Tiffany's channel on YouTube or just follow through on the course so that you can catch up with us. So like I said, we already treated conversion from base 10 to other bases and then from other bases to base 10. So what we'll be doing today is from between bases. So now when I'm converting between bases, what I want to do is firstly, I'll convert a particular base to base 10 first, and convert from base 10 new base 9. I want to convert to base 2. What I will do is I'll convert a number in base 9 to 10, then the number in base 10, I'll convert it to base 2. All right, so let's see. So let's say 281. I want to convert 289 to base 3. I want to convert 281 in base 9. I want to convert this 281 in base 9. I want to convert it to base 3. So what am I going to do? The first thing, like I said, is I'll convert base 10. And after converting to base 10, I'll move over to converting to base 3. All right, so how do I go about that? I explained that in the last class. So if you missed the class, you can just, like I said, you can just check on YouTube, see parts. So I'll see next 0.1, say equal to 2 times 9, which is plus 8. All right, so as I was explaining, said all we do is take index of this particular number, we're converting to base 3 from here. So we go 0, 1, 2, which is 0, 1, 2. Then I start doing this. I already explained that in the last class a while. when I do this, 1 times 9 raised to the power of 2 plus 8 times 9 raised to the power of 1, 1 times 9 raised to the power of 2. So after doing all of this, I say 9 raised to the power of 2 is 81 plus 8 times 9 plus 1 times 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to do the arithmetic. 2 times 81 is going to give me 162, right? Plus 8 times 9, which is 72, isn't it? 72 plus 1. So from here, I can just sum this up together. 162 plus 72 plus 1. So this is going to give me 235. If I add it up together, don't forget this is now in base 10. I have converted 281 from a number in base 9 to a number in base 10. So what I'm going to do is now I'm moving ahead, converting this number which is in base 10. I want to convert it to base 3. Like I said, you first convert to base 10, then you convert it to the subsequent base. So what I'm going to do here is from here, I'm just going to convert this to base 3. All right, so how do we convert from base 10 to other bases? We have this, write the number which we are trying to convert. Then the base we are converting to, and then we have a remainder here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be dividing this with this number here, the base by the number, and I'll be writing the remainder here. So if I'm dividing this 3 divided by 2, 3, 5. So I can say 3, I'll take it one after the other. 2 in 23, that's 7. I'll have a remainder of 1, which is 2. 3 in 25 is going to give me 8, and I'll have a remainder of 1. All right. So I'll divide this 3 in 78. I'll have 26 with a remainder of 0. Then 3 in 26. I'll have 8, the remainder of 2. Then 3 in 8, I'll have 2 with the remainder of 2. Then 3 in 3, I'll have, sorry, 3 in 2 can't go. So 0 with the remainder of 2. So what I simply did here is I'm dividing 3 by these numbers. I'm writing the remainders here. So when I divided this by this, I got 78 with the remainder of 1. I divided 3 by 26. By 78, I got 26 with the remainder of 0. Divided 3 by 26, I got 8 with the remainder of 2. Then like that, and then gotten to this point. All right, so what I'm going to do here is to get my number is simply going to take these numbers from bottom to the top this way. So I'm going to write 2, 2, 2, 0, 1, these 3. So which means converting 281 to base 3 from base 9 to base 3 is going to give me 2201 in base 3. So what I did is convert first to base 10, and then from there move and convert to the next base. I hope that's clear. All right, so we're going to take another example just to make you guys understand, so you guys can understand the conversion between bases. All right, so in the last class, I was talking about hexadecimal, that's numbers in base 16. So I'm going to quickly go through a brief with this because I'm going to be using it here. So number in base 16 means, like I explained in the last class, if you were in the last class, if you didn't just check. I said number base simply means representing numbers in a particular digits, which means base 16 will be represented only with 16 digits. The number we use in real life, our real life arithmetic, is base 10. It's in base 10, which means we can only use 10 digits. That's why we have from 0 to 9. And if you count that, you see they are 10 digits. So when we say base 2, we can only use 2 digits, zeros and ones. That's why we can only use zeros and ones in base 2. All right, so what I'll be doing here is we'll be converting from base 2 to base 16. So in base 16, I said we have 0 to 9. That's from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 10. Then from there, we continue A, B, C, D, E till we get to 16 digits. All right. So what this means is A represents 10, B represents, okay, let me just write this down. 0, 1 to 9. Like you guys already know the normal flow. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I have A, B, C, D, E, F. All right, so this A represents 10, this B represents 11, this C is 12, this D is 13, E is 14, Y, F is 15. So when you see A, B, C, D, E, F, you can use those numbers that I just said to represent them. So what this means is this is 10, this is 11, this is 12, this is 13, this is 14, and this is 15. All right, so when you see letters like this, just know when you see here, it means they mean 10. So when you are calculating and you see here, which means you calculate it by using 10. Let me say, for example, I have A times 16 raised to the power of 1. It means let me say I'm converting from a particular from base 16 to base 10. So I did something like this. It means this A means 10. So what I'm going to say is 10 times 16 raised to the power of 1. That's what I mean. So when you see B, it means 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, and then F is 15. I hope that is clear. All right, so what we'll be doing here is we're converting from base 2 to hexadecimal. So I have this, which is 10010110, which is in base 2. Let's convert it to base 16. All right, so we want to convert this number 10010110, which is in base 2. We want to convert it to base 16. So the first thing we do is we have this. First thing I have to do is I'll index this particular number to convert to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't forget your indexing is starting from the right to the left, and you're starting your index from 0. So from right to the left, I'll take indexes of this of the key of the number I'm converting. So I go 1 times 2 raised to the power of 7. Don't forget, I have to convert this number, which is in base 2. I have to convert it first to base 10. All right. Then after converting to base 10, I can convert to base 16. All right. So I have this 0 times 2 raised to the power of 6 plus 0 times 2 raised to the power of 5 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of the index of that, which is 4, plus 0 times 2 raised to the power of 3 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of 2, then plus, then go 1 times 2 raised to the power of 1, like that, and 0 times 2 raised to the power of 0. All right, so what I'm going to do here is simply going to take this one after the other. So I have 1 times 2 raised to the power of 7. So what I'm going to do here is, anywhere I have 0, I'm just going to write 0, because when I multiply anything by 0, I'm going to get 0. So the 1 times 2 times 3, it should be 1 times 2 raised to the power of 4. It's going to give me 16, right, plus 0 plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of 4, and 2 raised to the power of, sorry, 2 raised to the power of 2, which is 4, and plus 1 times 2 raised to the power of 1, which is 2, then plus 0. All right, so from here, I'll just say 1 times 128 is 128 plus 0, 0, 0, you understand? So I just write plus 16 plus 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1 times 2, which is 2. So from here, I can add it up together. So when I add this up, which is 128 plus 16 plus 4 plus 2, I should have 150. So which means converting 1001011 to from base 2 to base 10, I have 150. All right, so what I'm to do here is from this, which is in base 10, I'm to convert this number. We're going to use the same method, but then let's see how we convert to hexadecimal. So what we'll do here is all right, so I'm dividing this by this. I'll have should be 9 remainder of 14. All right, so this should be 16, and then this should be 0 remainder of 9. So now I have 9 and 14. Okay, so I can't, like I was saying, okay, I cleaned this already. So from what I was writing, 0, 1 to 9, A, B, C, D, E. So if you guys are following me, you can just drop it in the question. If you're understanding me, you can just in the start section just write if you're following, if you're with us. All right, so I said this is from hexadecimal from 0 to 1. Then I have this as 10, I have this as 11, this C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, and E is 15. All right, so after doing this, I have this. Don't forget, I'm going to start from here. So I can write my 14, right? I can write 9 14. So I'm going to write this 14. I'm going to represent it with its equivalent in the hexadecimal digits. And the equivalent of 14 is E. So which means this is going to be 9E from base 16. So what I just did is I converted that's this number 10010110 from base 2 to base 16. I got 9E in base 16. So this 9E here is in base 16, which is hexadecimal. So how did I do it? I converted first to base 10, and from base 10, I converted to base 16. So what I just did here is divide, write the digits, and then you put down your remainder, and from there you continue like that till you get to 0. All right, so after doing this, I got this. I hope you guys understand conversion in hexadecimal. So I'll just do one thing before we move ahead. I will convert from hexadecimal to base 10. All right, so I'll convert from hexadecimal to base 10 so you guys can see how you convert from hexadecimal to base 10. So I'll still be using this example, which is 9 in base 16 already. I'll convert 9E in base 16. I'll convert it to base 10. So let's see if we'll get 150 back. So if I'm converting back to base 10, I should get 150 back. So let's see how we go about that. So I have this, which is I have 9E base 16. The first thing I do is take index of the digits, which is 0 and 1. Then I can say 9 times 16 raised to the power of 1 plus E times 16 raised to the power of 0. So here I can say 9 times 16 plus, like I said, E represents 14. So I'm going to write 14 times anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So I have 14 times 1. So 9 times 16 should give me 146. Yeah, 146 plus that. Okay, plus 14. All right, so if I add this together, sorry, 136 rather, 136, and this should give me 150. So if I multiply 9 by 16, I get 136 then plus 14. I have this 150. Like my all right, so 9 times 6 9 times 16 should be 144. So plus 40 means yeah, 14. So we have a remainder of, so divide 16 by 150. I should have 144. So if I subtract 144 from 150, I have a remainder of 6. So I go ahead here and I have 96. So which means the answer here is 96. So which means converting this is 96 to be 16. That's from here. I converted it to 96. Brother, converting it to base 16, I have 96 in base 16. So here where we are working with 9E. So we'll just go ahead with this example. I'm going to add 144 plus 14. So I have 158 in base 10. All right, so what I just did is I converted this 9E in base 16. I converted it to base 10. So now what I want to do here is let's try and convert this 96 in base 16 and see if we get 150 back. All right. So converting 96, which is in base 16, trying to convert it to base 10. All right, so I take these digits 0 and 1, and I have 9 times 16 raised to the power of 0 plus 6 times 16, sorry, raised to the power of 1 plus 6 times 16 raised to the power of 0 this way. So here I have 9 times 16 plus 6 times 1. So I can say 9 times 16, which we know is 144, plus 6. So this is going to give me 150. All right. So we have our answer here as 150. As you can see, when I converted from base 16 back to base 10, I get the same answer. And if I convert this back to base 16, I should get this. So just that way, conversion is vice versa. So if I'm converting from base 10 to a particular base, if I get the answer, convert back to base 10, I should get questions repeat on the chat section. Then when we are done with the class, we'll attend to them. So all right, so we're going to move to a classwork, which I'm going to be giving you guys a quick one. You can do a quick exercise rather. So you can do. I will be giving it on hexadecimal. So let me just write the question out. So and then you guys have like 3 minutes to work with it. So I say I have 4, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3 in base 6 converts to base. Let me just leave it like this. Converts to base 16. All right. So you have this. This is the exercise. You have 3 minutes to do this. You have 4, 1, 3, 2 and base 6. Convert to base 16. Maybe let me write it so it should be bigger. So here is it.
The answer is 398 base 16.
Sorry, can you repeat that? Someone just said
398 base 16.
98 base 16. All right, that's noted. Someone said 398 base 16. All right, so we'll do a correction and see if that's correct. So if you have the answers, you can just unmute yourself. So we need 3 more answers before we can continue. Right. We need 3 more people to come up.
398 base 16.
Another person said 398 base 16. All right, we'll see about that. So we need 1 more person. All right, so I think the 3 minutes time is over. So we just have this question here. So we're going to check it out. So somebody, so of you said
360.
all right.
Base 16.
Could you repeat that?
365 base 16.
Could you repeat that? I didn't get that.
365
All right, 365 base 16.
base
All right,
16.
365, like this, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we have 2 1 98 base 16 and 365 base 16. All right, so let's go through solution is index of this particular number. So 0 1, that's the 4 3 2 base. All right, so like I said, take index of the digits. So then you go 4 times 6 raised to power the index of 4, which is 3, plus 1 times 6 raised to the power of the index of 1, which is 2, plus 3 times 6 raised to the power of the index of 3, which is 1, plus 2 times 6 raised to the power of the index of 2, which is 0. So here I can say 4 times 6 raised to the power of 3 is 6 times 6 times 6, which is going to give me 216, plus 1 times 6 raised to the power of 2, which is 36, plus 3 times 6 plus 2 times 1. All right. So here I'll have 216, which gave me 864. So this is going to give me 864. That's 864 plus 36 plus 18 plus 2. So 864 36 18 plus 2 going to give me 920 base 10. So after adding this up together, I have 920 in base 10. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to convert this 920 from base 10 to base 16. All right, so let's see about that. Right, so like I said, 4 times 6 raised to the power of 3. We did this times the base raised to the power of the index. So that's what we did here. Times 3 plus 1 times 6 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 times 1 raised to the power of 1 plus 2 times 6 raised to the power of 0. So after multiplying all of this, I have 4 times 216, which is 6 raised to the power of 3, plus 1 times 6 raised to the power of 2 is 36, plus 3 times 6 plus 2. All right, plus 2 times 1. So I have this 864 plus 36 plus 18 plus 2, which gave me 920 in base 10. So what I did is I converted this 4132 in base 6. I converted it to base 10 and I have 920. So what I want to do now is I want to convert this 920, which is in base 10. I want to convert it to base 16. All right, so I have 16, I have 920, and I have the remainder here. So let's go over it together. So I can say 16 in 92 is going to give me 5 remainder of 12. 5 remainder of 12, correct? And then 16 in 120 is going to give me, let me see, it's going to give me 7 with the remainder of, I think, with the remainder of 4, correct? No, sorry, with the remainder of 8. All right, so this is going to give me a remainder of 8. So I have 57. So 16 with 57 is going to give me 3 with the remainder of 9. And then 16 in 3 is going to give me 0 with the remainder of 3. All right, so from here, like I said, we're just going to do it from up to down. Sorry, from downwards upwards. We're going to draw our arrow upwards. So we have 3, 9, 8, is 16. All right. So I think this starts with the first two answers, which is 3, 9, 8, is 16. So I think you should give yourself a round of applause for that. Doing well. So it means you guys are following me. So which means I just converted 4132 from base 6 to base 16, and I got 398 base 16. All right. So you if you were not able to get the answer, or or as you were working with it, you were slow. So this is just the correction to the exercise, or this is the solution to the exercise. You can just look through it and see where you make mistakes, and then you can correct yourself next time. So converting first, you convert to base 10, then from base 10, convert it to base 16. So I have 398 base 16. All right. So from here, if you have any other questions, you can just unmute yourselves and ask them. So we're about to run the class.